Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's a full Celtic Cross love spread. It's the Love Tarot. Made 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. That is an extended reading that goes with it. In the deeper dive, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from your Celtic Cross spread. I'll also be getting cards out from these decks along the back here for some further clarity. I'll be getting a timeline out and giving you more guidance around it as well. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive. Toward the end of these readings, I'll be popping a link for that up there. There's also a link for it in the description box in the comments below. All you need to do now is take your pick. Which one do you want? Would you like the crystal? This is a rose quartz chunk. Would you like the flower? Or the shell? Take your pick now. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell down there as well. It really helps me out when you do that kind of stuff. Well, enjoy your reading. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal and the Dark Mansion Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do a full Celtic Cross spread, love spread for you. Find out what's going on in your love life at the moment. Now, as usual, crystals, is going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic Cross spread. I'll also be getting cards out from these love decks back here as well on the shelves to give you more guidance. I'll be getting a possible timing out as well for more on this. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below as well. What is this reading all about for you guys? Well, it's about a big ending and a new beginning. Your life, your love life is about to change considerably. Your life is about to change considerably as a result of this as well. And so that's what this reading is all about. So for those of you that are thinking, yeah, you can see it coming, that there's a big change coming, and you're like, bring it on. I think a lot of you will be in that energy of bring it on. I think a lot of you have been waiting for this for a long time. You're ready for that significant change in your life, and your love life is going to bring that about. That's what this reading is all about. So what is hindering you in this? What's holding it back? What's causing the wait? Queen of Pentacles. Your stability. So you're in this very stable position at the moment, perhaps very independent. You've got it all together kind of thing. You know where you're at. You've got a stability, a certain kind of stability. Now, with this death, I was getting significant transformation with this, like a significant lifestyle change, life change, a relationship coming in or relationship change coming in. This is like a birth of a baby, getting pregnant or getting married or getting together with someone and having to integrate your lives with each other. It's something, or moving in with each other. It's something significant like that that's going to transform your life. What's hindering you is Queen of Pentacles. This is you in your energy of being stable. So you might have got yourself into a very stable, perhaps stagnant, perhaps fixed, perhaps kind of reluctant to make some changes because you've made something really nice for yourself here. And so there's a need to kind of be a bit more flexible, be a bit more open to change. Willing to compromise, that kind of thing. I don't like the word compromise that very much. No, not the word, the concept of compromise very much, because it kind of suggests, it can, if you take it too far, suggest martyrdom. And as a recovering codependent, I did way too much of that. I was way too willing in the past to give things up for other people, and I'm not anymore. So, but this is saying for you guys, you might have been the same as well. You might have been codependent before, and then you've gone the opposite way, right? And been a little bit too fixed now. And so you're going to have to ease up on that a little bit, is what this is saying, in order to have this change come in. So, how do things appear on the face of it for crystals? How does the love life appear on the face of it? Or this change? The Knight of Wands, very, very passionate. So someone's coming in. Someone's coming in to make a move on you. You're feeling it, it's happening. You're like, bring it on, like, come on. So you're really attracted to this Knight of Wands. They're passionate about you. You're ready to start this off. You want to fall in love. You want that passion to start. You want to be in this. So very, very passionate. There's a lot of passionate drive here to get into something now. It feels to me like you're ready. You're ready for it as well. The Knight of Wands. So someone is equally passionate for you here as well. They want it too. They want this new start too. Someone can act. Well, that's how it appears on the face of it. What's really behind that? These. The Two of Wands. Someone's making a decision here about Ace of Wands, about coming forward with that passion. Oh, there's a lot of passion on the table. There's a lot of action on the table here as well. The Wands is all about someone taking action. So it appears that someone's just like coming for you with all of this passion, right? But what's really behind that is they've made a decision on this. Two of Wands. They've decided to take this action. This isn't impulsive. This is someone that's been thinking about it for a long time. They've weighed up the options, and Two of Wands, they're at this crossroads now. They're ready to make this move. Why? Because Ace of Wands, they want this new start with you, this passionate new start with you. This is someone that wants to come in. That they're a hell yes. They're a hell yes for you, and they're not an impulsive hell yes for you. They've thought about this long and hard to come to the point of decision time where it's the Two of Wands to the Ace of Wands there. This is really big. This is something or someone that you've been waiting for a long time. You know, for some of you, this could be about pregnancy. It could be about moving in. It could be about the start of a relationship, but it's someone that you've had your eye on for a long time. They've had their eye on you for a long time. To the external world, it might appear like they're just like a player or something like that, or this is just like on a whim. But no, there's a hell of a lot that has gone behind this. There's a hell of a lot going on behind this. So there's a backstory to all of this, and it's probably only you guys that know about it. Very few other people will know about that. Maybe some people do, but I think the reason that it appears like the Knight of Wands, like impulsive kind of, just about the passion, is that people don't know what's been going on behind the scenes there. So what's the past energy, recent past? What's been going on in the recent past leading up to this moment now that crystals are in? Seven of Pentacles, you've been tending to the environment. So this has been a slow process. There's been a lot of waiting with the Seven of Pentacles. The seeds were planted perhaps long ago, and you've been having to kind of get ready for it. Both of you get ready for it, Sort your lives out or make some changes and all of that. And there's a lot of patience, for that harvest. It's planted his pentacle there and it's growing. There's those apples in the background, but this one hasn't fruited yet. It's waiting for it. It's still getting ready for it, the Seven of Pentacles. So that's what's been going on. There's been a lot of waiting. There's been a lot of carrying on going, chipping away, staying on course, not getting distracted off course, waiting for this one person. That probably been a lot of you with the same energy of deciding, getting to that point where you're ready for it, for the hell yes. This is hell yes energy and a definite decision to take action on this. This is the person that I want. This is what I want, and ready. What's coming in the near future for you guys? How very exciting for you. Future. Temperance. More waiting. The moon. And you don't know why. Oh no. The moon is an emotional time. Temperance, it's about waiting a little bit longer. Could have you in your emotions, This could be like waiting with bated breath, waiting with your heart like pounding. That it's that. You don't know what it is you're waiting for. Well, you know who you're waiting for and what you're waiting for, but you don't know why you're waiting. That's what I'm saying. Oh, more waiting coming in. Oh, okay. What's this reading also about? It's about the death. It's about that transformation. You've got transformation coming in. What is this reading also about? It's about the Ten of Swords. Someone going through a painful ending for Seven of Swords with someone that's very deceptive and very sneaky. So, your person is trying to get themselves out of something at the moment, have an ending that has been very painful. Why? Because they've got toxic or sneaky people around them. Perhaps someone that's stolen from them or someone that will. They've got to be very careful about this around this person. That's what's so painful about it. Someone stabbed them in the back here. Your person is going through something at the moment, trying to extricate themselves from something. from someone toxic is what it feels like, or some kind of a toxic situation. And the trouble is, when you're in a toxic situation, it's less toxic while you stay in it. It's more toxic when you get out of it, that point of getting out of it. Just like a tick. When you pull the tick off is when they inject you with poison, you know? And so they're going through that at the moment. It's getting a little bit worse before it gets better. This is why you're still having to wait and you don't know why. Because this will be happening behind closed doors, them dealing with this person. They are walking a tightrope here with some kind of a toxic person. And it's really painful for them. It's really hurting them that they're having to go through this. Because it'll be someone that they chose. This could be about a relationship. It could be a boss or something like that. And it could be absolutely breaking the heart that they've turned on them, you know? Yeah, so they're really feeling it, that pain. As they extricate themselves. So that's got something to do with this ending. It's not just any old ending. This is one they're having to navigate. I don't feel this is you. I feel this is your person. One they're having to navigate very carefully. They're probably holding back as well because they don't want to bring this crap into your life, you know? They don't want to, like, serve that up on your doorstep and for you to end up with these swords in you. Look how many swords are here. Ouch. I'm going to stab them in the back. They don't want you getting stabbed by this person. It might not just be one person as well. There might be a few. This could be like family turning against them or something like that, or an ex turning against them, or yeah, it could be a workplace thing as well for some of you. What are your fears? I didn't ask the question before these cards came out. No, I'm not going to take those because I didn't ask the question. What are your fears? What are Crystal's fears? The Ten of Cups. How interesting, because the other two cards that came out were good cards as well. So you're actually fearing it coming true. There's a part of you. That's the Queen of Pentacles, that's why. Right, there's a part of you that's resistant to this change, even though you want it. I think the majority of you want it. Not the majority of you watching this, the majority of you yourself, like 90% of you wants this. 10% is still a little bit resistant because you're fearing this happily ever after. You're fearing the locking it in. You're fearing the commitment. You're fearing the, is this truly right for you? I'm getting the feeling that you've not been, either of you have fully been able to pursue this. You're deciding to, and it's a hell yes. But it hasn't actually started properly yet. And we don't know in relationships, do we? Whether it's going to stick around for the long term. We hope that it is. And you might have got enough information on them that you want to go for this, yes. But is it going to be the happily ever after? You're not sure. And you want it to be, but you're also kind of fearful that it could be, or that it might not be. It feels like there's been such a build up to this that you're thinking, I want to know that it's my happily ever after before I get into it. What if it's not? What if we've put all of this time, all of this effort, all of this preparation in, and it's not the happily ever after? That's what we're talking about here, because we've got a hell of a lot of weight in here. But I think this is an unfounded fear. What else? Page of Wands. What was the card that just came out then that I put away? And I shouldn't have put it away because it was that one. It's this one. These cards are very sticky, so they come out in clumps. And I have to go for I have to feel which ones are right, you know. The Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. You've been wounded in the past, right? This is why you're fearing whether you'll know if this is the happily ever after. You don't want to appear foolish, right? You don't want to appear foolish to have put so much effort in and to be backing this and for them to have gone through all of this and all of this change that's coming in, and it'll be for nothing. You don't want that, right? And I don't think you're going to beat that, but I think it's a fear that's coming up in you. There's also this Nine of Wands as well. There's this need for protection. This one's battle weary, right? And it's like, I have been battered around so much by love, and there's conflict around this, and it doesn't feel like there's conflict in this relationship. But what if it's more like trouble, more of of that same stuff that's damaged me before. So you're fearing that. You're fearing a repeat of previous relationships. Of course, we all have those fears. And I think particularly in you guys, and probably in your person as well, these fears are coming up too. It's like, what if it isn't? What if we've done all of this and it isn't it? Well, all you can do is all you can do, you know? You just have to go off your best, your feelings, what your heart, your mind, and your soul are choosing. And if that's... Let's see, I didn't ask a question again. That's what you're choosing with all of those things, with as what you've learned, your best efforts, with what you know now, with your wisdom and who you are now, and where you're headed, and all of that knowledge that you've got of yourself. If you're choosing, then you're just gonna have to go with that. You're gonna have to trust yourself, because you're at where you're at, right? And so this is either what, your next lesson or the happily ever after. What are your hopes? You're hoping for a reunion, 3 of Cups, a celebration, a coming together. You're hoping to come together, yeah. And I think that's what you're waiting for, to come together with this person. I think that's what it is for the majority of you, rather than pregnancy or moving in. I think you're hoping to come together with your person. Now, this could be a reuniting kind of a thing, the 3 of Cups. But it doesn't have to be. It can just be a celebration of you getting together. And celebration doesn't mean other people involved. In fact, I think you'll probably be doing this on a quiet. What else are you hoping for? The Ace of Cups, to fall in love, for this to be to the new start in love that you've been wishing for. Yes, and the King of Cups, the one that you love. You're hoping they feel the same way about you. The King of Cups is the one that loves you properly, you know. It's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Interesting, isn't it, that the energies around this are ones and ones and ones. Anyway, let's get your outcome cards out. So as I said, I'm going to be revealing these outcome cards. I'm going to get a progression. Ooh. I'm going to get a few cards out of progression so that it tells a story of the outcome. And I'll be revealing those in the deeper dive. So if you're wanting that, I'll also be getting the cards out from the other decks too, for some guidance for you and some more information about all of this. And if you're interested in that, sharing those links with you shortly. But let's get some more outcome cards out. You got 2 out already. What next after those 2? Oh. Then what? I'll be getting a timing card. Oh. As well. Oh, love it. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So there's what? 7 cards. You've got a 7-card outcome here, telling quite the story. There's step-by-step progress that's going to happen. It's kind of the energy coming in there. So there we have it. Oh, yeah, 7. If you are interested in finding out what the outcome is, those cards are, and all of the rest of it as well, you want to get that deeper dive, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you're not going to receive that email. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try a different device and it will. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. And good luck with all of this. If this is why you're leaving me, and if you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower along with the mystical child, something like that, I don't know what it's called, I can't remember. It's in the description box below anyway, whatever the name of this card is. Moonchild Tarot, something like that. If you chose this anyway, then this one is for you. Let's do a full Celtic Cross tarot spread for you. Find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, flowers, is going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. So if you find that this is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that. In that, I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic Cross spread. I'm going to get cards out from these decks back here as well to give you more guidance. I'll be getting a possible timeline out and all of that for you as well. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So what is this reading all about for flowers? What's going on in your love lives at the moment, flowers? Let's find out. Chicken Cat's with us today. She decided to stay in and have a sleep on her favourite corner of the bed there. She likes to get in on the videos, you know, if she's in here. What's this all about? It's about the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about competition. So either you're feeling like you've got competition for your person, or you're feeling competitive about someone or something, or you have options, or your person's got some competition for you. It's something like that. More options, or someone feeling like you've got other options. There could be a mistrust here. The Five of Wands, not trusting each other. So you're in a situation where you're not quite trusting each other. What's holding you back here? What's crossing you in all of this? What's crossing? Flowers. What's hindering them? Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. Like, the Queen of Swords can be the yacht. It's the one that's got really strong boundaries. Like, she's put her heart away kind of thing. She's got a sword there. She's like, just trying to think. You've been through a lot, you guys, and as a result of it, you've got extremely strong boundaries. It's like you will not accept any BS at all. Right, and this is, there's a kind of a rigidity, a kind of a closed off, like, don't mess with me kind of thing. Interesting that the Five of Wands came out, right? So there's this feeling of competitiveness, like someone trying to approach you, but feeling this don't mess with me vibe. You've been hurt in the past. You've been hurt so much in the past that you're particularly closed down, hard to reach. And it's not that your person isn't trying to reach you, because the Five of Wands card, you know, it's depicted often of that reaching. It's like, it's a few people fighting, but they've only got sticks, you know, they haven't got real swords. They're practicing, they're pretending, they're training. It's a competitive thing. It's not a real fight, you know. And but sometimes it's them reaching for something. They're all trying to get to that same goal kind of thing. And so I feel like someone is putting the efforts in to try and reach you, and you're kind of cutting them out. You're saying no. You're having these strong boundaries. You might be in that energy of not like that, you need to come at me properly, but you know, they come at you and you still close down. It's like, no, it needs to be better than that. It's that kind of a closed off energy, almost to the point of nothing is good enough for me kind of thing. You can't even there's no way for you to come at me, right? Because whatever you come at me with isn't going to be good enough for me. So I think this is saying, this reading, flowers, you might have taken your boundaries just a little bit too far and be closed down now. You guys, you might have gone from being the Queen of Cups, totally soft and open and welcoming anything, and you've learned the hard way of, you know, when people abuse you, and that's not good for you. And I think you've gone in completely the opposite direction now, where it's like someone can't leap high enough for you. How do things appear on the surface? Seven of Wands, you're in protection mode. You're being very protective of yourself. Yeah, I get it. You know, why do we develop our Queen of Swords side? It's because we've been hurt. And this Queen of Swords side is about protecting yourself. The Seven of Wands is about protecting yourself. We need to learn how to do that. But we need to learn how to do that so that we can be soft and open, and then protect ourselves when the need arises. So it's not about being shut down. Before we develop our boundaries, we have to be all or nothing. We're either completely open or we're completely closed, right? But once we've developed boundaries and how to empower ourselves and how to deal with conflict and all of that, we can be open and then wait for the conflict to happen and then deal with it. We don't have to preempt it. We don't have to be closed down. I think this reading is all about you opening up. I think it's time for you guys to open up now. Open up, crack, and trust that you've got your empowerment and your boundaries in place when you need them, but they don't need to be upfront all the time. I think you've got a barrier in front of you, and your person is trying to approach you, but it's too high a leap for them to do. I don't think they can ever get it right. So it's appearing like you're completely closed down, defending yourself too much in defense mode. 7 of Wands. What's really behind that? Page of Swords. You want some truth. You want them to be truthful. You want the truth coming forward. The Page of Swords. Right. You're wanting them to be completely honest with you, vulnerable with you, speak their truth out to you. You might be waiting for an apology as well. Oh, yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? You're waiting for an apology from them. It's like you won't back down until they apologize. That's what it is. Yeah. So it appears like your fence is too high for them, but all you're waiting for is an apology. That's all they need to do is apologize. And if they apologize and came at you with the truth like that in a vulnerable way, you're just waiting for them to be vulnerable. You're waiting for them to be open. We've got a bit of an impasse here because people will match your energy, right? And if you're Queen of Swords energy and you're expecting them to come in like with their heart and vulnerable and all of that and apologize, there's a mismatch there. If you're in Queen of Swords energy, someone's more likely to come and fight you. You know? If someone's wielding the sword there, and you're like ready to chop the head off kind of thing, are they going to come forward vulnerable towards you? Or are they going to come forward with a wand or a sword, you know, to battle you? They're going to need a weapon, right? They're going to need a weapon with them. They can only come forward towards you vulnerable if you put that sword down. If you open up a bit. So we've got an impasse here. You only want to drop that sword if they apologize. They can't come forward and apologize. They can't come forward without a weapon, without a fight. This is why the competition. Neither of you will back down. 5 of Wands. It's competition. Who's gone back down? Neither of you want to be vulnerable. Past. Recent past energy. What went on? Oh my God. What went on with you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Recent past energy, 3 of Crystals. You had plans, the Empress, you know what you deserve. You had plans and you know what you deserve. So it's like you have this plan, you're very cut and dry about it. You're the Empress, you know what you deserve. So that's really good energies, right? Because you know what you deserve. The Empress. So you're holding your head up high. But like I said, I'm just getting this feeling you've taken it a little bit too far. You've gone into that, completely closed down kind of thing. And I get it, because you've previously been in Queen of Cups mode. Let any kind of behavior into your life, any kind of thing. You've learned those boundaries now. So, you've got plans, right? 3 of Crystals. You know what it is that you deserve now. So you've got strict rules is what this is saying about yourself, because now that you're the Empress, you know what you deserve. You know how to spot red flags. You know how to deal with that. But like I said, I think your boundaries are just a little bit too high at the moment. What's coming in? Near future energies. High Priestess. You've got some secret. You keeping something secret about a third party. See, I was getting that. A third party kind of thing. A 3 of Cups. No, not a third party thing. Hang on. I'll take that back. High Priestess. Intuitively, you know, secretly, there is a reconciliation. So you know your person's going to come in. You know they've got tenacity, that they are coming towards you. It feels like you're being like really rigid about this, to me, and not realizing that you need to soften up first for them to come forward. There's not a whole lot of their energy in this at all. It's all your energy, and that just shows like how much you're dominating this energy in this reading. Even this card is like you waiting for their apology. You know, it's not really about them coming forward and apologizing. It's you waiting for their apology. It's like, come on. I've put my swords down here. Come on. But they know you're about to grab one as soon as they approach. Okay, so this is about the 5 of Wands. There's a competition. It's a standoff here. It's neither wants to be vulnerable first. How can you expect your person to be vulnerable if you won't be vulnerable first? If neither of you will be vulnerable, how's this ever going to happen? You seem to be sure that they're going to come in, but how? How can they if you won't be open and vulnerable? It's like, well, you want to do it at the same time. It's like both drop your weapon at the same time kind of thing. So you're both armed and dangerous right now. Stand off. Both got your guns aimed at each other, your swords aimed at each other at the moment. What is this also about? Well, it's about the Two of Cups, the love offer, Ace of Wands. You both want this to start, though. You need to get your heads banging them together. You both want this to start, but neither of you wants to be vulnerable. So Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning. Two of Cups, the love offer. You both want this so much. Well, you can have it. You can have it. All you need to do is be vulnerable with each other. You can have it. And you'll be of the energy like, well, them first, because they need to apologize to me. Well, energetically, you just both need to be more vulnerable. Open. What are your fears? Yeah, what are your fears? Page of Cups. It's an emotional thing, this. You're fearing the emotions. Yeah, you're fearing that the love, the emotion, the emotional aspect of it, and it all coming out. You're fearing the reveal of your emotions, perhaps of their emotions too. It feels like this impasse might have been for a long time now, and it's really built up. So there's so much emotion behind it that when you actually do come together, it's going to be in floods of tears. It's that kind of a situation where it's a conversation that's going to be so emotional because this is built up for so long. And so you're fearing it as a result, the total breakdown. It's when people are arguing for so long that, you know, and they come back together and they're just both traumatized as a result of it being so long that they've been in that energy. Heavy reading. Queen of Crystals. You're afraid of kind of being alone and just staying in that stability. You don't want to be in this stagnant place anymore. Yeah, you're afraid of well, you might be in like a solid position at the moment, but you don't want to be alone like that. You want to be more open, don't you? So, you used to be very open and it worked against you. You learned that wasn't good for you because it got you in trouble, got you with the wrong people, got you being abused and all kinds of stuff like that, being walked all over. So you learned those boundaries, you've taken it too far. Now you're kind of afraid to be open again because what if they abuse you? What if they do more of that? Well, they're not going to. You've learned better than that. But what if they do? So you can't open up. Nor do you want to stay in this place where you're just kind of alone and in that stability. Stability is very nice, but it doesn't allow for love. So you're already answering your own question about that. I need to open up and be more vulnerable. Vulnerable. More vulnerable. Vulnerable. It's a hard word to say. What are your hopes? What are you hoping for here? What are you hoping for? Hoping for them to make the move, I think. You think that it's theirs to do this. The Nine of Crystals, single independent. Oh. You're hoping for the single independent energy. You might be hoping to be able to take that independence into the relationship. Yeah, I don't think you can be in this relationship and have that. It's almost like I want to stay in this energy and I want them to come forward and then it can work and it can't. You have to soften up. You both need to be vulnerable. You can't. I get why you hope the Nine of Crystals, right? Because if you were completely selfless in relationships before, you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship again. You don't want to give it all away, right? So you want to keep some independence there. But to get into relationships, we need to give up our independence kind of thing to even get into the first place. So it's this balance. You're trying to find this balance before, in between what you used to do and then between this completely single independent, not letting a relationship in kind of thing. And it feels to me like, yeah, you're just going to have to find your way with that. The moon. So you're hoping for what has been in the shadows to come out. Something to be revealed. What's in the shadows? It could be the apology thing or a secret or something like that to be revealed. Yeah, that could be a secret coming out. Page of Swords, you're wanting an apology. It feels like an apology to me, though. An apology or what they've been keeping secret. You just want the truth of it, right? But for the truth of it to come out requires vulnerability, and it's a standoff. We've got a standoff here, an energetic standoff. So what's the outcome of this? Let's get some outcome cards out. I'll get a few outcome cards out, so it's a progression. And these outcome cards are going to be revealed in the deeper dive. Okay. 4. What else? I'm slightly confused by the outcome cards here, but it'll come out as I read them. To get the information given to me, you might have noticed. What next? After that, I think you've just got 4 out. You've just got 4 outcome cards here. Usually have like 5 or 6, but you've got 4 and no more want to come out. So there you go. We've got a progression here. Kind of confusing, but I'll read it and get more cards out as well. Getting cards out from all of these decks as well to give you some guidance on all of this. So how can you deal with this? How can you deal with this situation? Let's give you a bit of advice here because, to help you through. If that sounds like it is a story, it could be a story, you want to get that deeper dive, for more on this and the outcome cards, and I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you won't receive the email. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on that flower on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell as well. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, I'll see you in there very shortly. If you chose the shell and also the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross tarot spread about your love life. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That is an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story or could be a story, then you might want to get that, because in that I'm going to reveal the outcome cards from this Celtic Cross spread. I'll also be getting cards out from the decks at the back here to give you further information. I'll be getting a timing card out for you as well on the progression forward on the outcome cards. So if you're interested in that, toward the end of this read, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So what is this reading all about? What's going on in your love life, shells? It's about the 9 of Cups. It's about your wish fulfillment, your dreams coming true, the 9 of Cups. What is it that you've been wishing for? You've been wishing for your happily ever after, your long term. You're looking for your husband and your wife. Are you wishing that someone in particular is coming towards you? What is it you've been wishing for? Let me know in the comments below. That's what this reading is all about. Well, what's crossing you? What's holding that back from you? What's hindering you at the moment in this? The Hanged Man. You keep on changing your mind. Oh, you haven't got clarity on what it is that you want. Keep on changing your mind. Keep on asking for different things from the universe. So the universe is like, make up your mind. You're not clear yet. What is it that you truly want? Now, I would go general with this. I wouldn't talk about a particular person. I would go general, like you want your forever person, you want someone that's committed, like do it really like high level stuff like that, rather than making it too specific. Sometimes when we get too specific, that's when we can change our mind too much. It's like, I want a red car, no, I want a white car, no, I want a blue car. No, it's the car that you really want in your favorite color. If you keep it top high level like that, then you're not changing your mind so much. So you haven't got clarity on what you really desire here, and you need to get that clarity. So how do things appear on the surface? How do things appear on the surface of it at the moment with shells? How do things appear on the surface with shells? It's those three cards. The High Priestess, you're very intuitive. Four of Wands, you want marriage. Page of Pentacles. Communicating an offer, like a tangible offer. So intuitively, you've got some intuitive knowing that marriage is headed your way, but the offer hasn't come in yet, or the offer is very small. It's like you're waiting for something to grow into something bigger here, and intuitively kind of knowing. That's how it appears on the surface of it. So some offer has been made, some small offer has been made, and you're waiting for it to be something bigger. You're waiting for it to change into something bigger, and intuitively you're thinking that it's going to change into something bigger, to grow from there. So you could have your eye on someone at the moment you think might want the same things as you, might want to get married to you, but they're not offering that at the moment, is what it feels like. What's really behind this then, that's how it appears on the surface, is the Ten of Wands. It's a burden. I was feeling like this. Because this has the energy of someone is approaching me with something, and they might change to be the one that wants the same thing as me. They're not the one that wants the same thing as me at the moment, but I'm hoping that they change into that. Like, I'm hoping that this Page of Pentacles turns into a Four of Wands offer. You're calling it your intuition, but really it's a hope. It's a hope that it changes. But really what's behind that is you're taking the burden on from that. So Ten of Wands is like being burdened by something. So we need to go out there and we need to choose someone that wants the same thing as us, and we need to get someone that's on the same page. A High Priestess, she needs to be with a Hierophant. She needs to be with someone that knows herself. She doesn't want to be with a Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, yes, it might not be like a player or whatever. It might not be like a Page of Wands, just someone, offering something very small or communicating something very small, but it's not just passion kind of thing. It's something tangible, but it's still not the Four of Wands. If you want to settle down and get married, this is why the Hanged Man, why you're changing your mind. That's why the universe thinks that you're changing your mind about it, because you're like, no, I want to get married, and then you look at your person, it's like, they don't want to get married, I want them to get married, or I can just put up with them and I can accept them as the Page of Pentacles. No, I want the Page of Pentacles, but behind that, you're like, but I want them to change into the Four of Wands, I want them to want marriage, I want them to settle down, I want them to be that, to become that. You're waiting for someone to change here. And that's why it appears that you're sending mixed messages and to the universe. So when I was saying that Hanged Man, it's like you don't really know what you want. You're like, yeah, I do. You would have been like screaming at the screen or something. I do know what I want. I want marriage. I want this person and I want marriage. But can you see how there's a mismatch there? The Four of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, they're not on the same page. And this isn't your intuition telling you that your person could be that. It's falling in love with someone's potential, or falling in love with a fake them that isn't them at all. The hopes that they'll change into someone else. So that's not falling in love with that person. So you have someone here not particularly wanting to get married. You want to get married, trying to barter with the universe in that, but really you're taking on the burdens. What is this burdens about? Well, this is just going to be a burdensome relationship. What are you going to do? Convince them to go for it, kind of settle down with you, and then try and convince them to change, teach them to change. You're going to coach them, you're going to be the coach, the therapist. That's the burdens. Dragging someone behind you all the time, having to lead them forward, having to convince them that it is truly what they want, when they don't want that. And it's okay for them not to want that. This isn't your person. This isn't who you should be with. Should be with someone who's already on the same page as you. There are people out there that want what you want. You don't need to choose someone that doesn't want what you want and then try and convince them that they do want it. Now, recent past, you're the Empress. You know what you want. You know what you deserve, right? Why are you going to a page then for it? You should be going to an emperor for it. An emperor that knows that they want to get married. An emperor that wants the same things as you already. What have you got coming in? So that means you've been doing the inner work, Empress. You have got yourself to the point where you are the Empress, so you do know what you deserve. You've got your self-esteem and your self-value up there. Now, it could just be that you need to change your choices of people. Stop hope. You don't need to find someone that you hope is going to grow into the Emperor. You want someone that's already done the work, like you've already done the work. Someone that already is the Emperor, right? And it just might be that mind shift and go, oh yeah, let this person go out there and find the Emperor. What have you got coming in the near future? You've got the Knight of Swords. You've got someone coming in with a revelation here. Knight of Swords. Some information coming in. Now it could be about this person, and it could be an aha about this person, or information coming in about this person that kind of sets you free from them, or information coming in about someone else as well. It could be that, especially if this reading has kind of opened your mind to perhaps there is an Emperor out there for me. Perhaps it's not this person. This Page of Pentacles. Tell us more. What's this reading about? It's about you getting your wishes fulfilled. Nine of Cups. It's about you taking a risk, the Fool, and taking a chance, perhaps, to be single again before you get your focus on someone else. Putting yourself out there again, doing something differently, protecting yourself. Seven of Wands. This could be a familiar story here when I talked about this Ten of Wands. You're taking the burdens on. You're trying to do it again. You're trying to take the burdens on. You're trying to get into a relationship with the wrong person and then make them into, coach them into it, teach them into it, help them to be the person that you want them to be. That's just burdensome. You don't need to do it. You're not here to take on a child and then try and grow them into a man. Don't take a project on. That's a project. So you need to protect yourself here and be open to the unknown, to take a risk, to head into the unknown, and look elsewhere for the Emperor. Look for your Emperor elsewhere. They're not going to be a page. Not even going to be a knight. They're all going to be the Emperor. Not someone that you have to teach to be the Emperor, or help to be the Emperor, save to be the Emperor. They're not. Already going to do it. Anyway, what are your fears? I guess you're fearing that the Emperor doesn't even exist then, if you're looking at pages thinking that they're the right. You're fearing your happiness. Oh, it's always very confusing when some positive cards come out in the fears. You fear being happy. Why? I know. You fear being happy because what would there be to do? Okay. Now, why are you even getting yourself into these situations of wanting to do this? Because you have a desire. One of your desires, the Nine of Cups, is to be a teacher, a helper, someone that helps people out. If you were happy in a relationship, then there's no need to do any of that work. Well, then you'd be missing out, because a part of you really wants to help people out, teach people, help them heal, help them be more than they are. So, you're trying to do work within a relationship. If there's a part of you that wants to help people, teach people, you should be doing that for your work. You should be doing that for your work, not in a romantic relationship. Your romantic relationship should be your happiness. It should be your soft place to fall, the one that you go back to and talk to about all of these people with all of these issues that you help out. This one should be your customer. A burden, but they pay you for it, right? You help them out, then you go back to your partner that you're happy with and you divulge that information. You have a yearning inside of you to be a helper, a healer, and you are mistakenly listening to that urge and then doing it within romantic relationships. And you're like, but I don't want to be happy really, because then I can't help anyone, then I can't, And it's like, well, yes, you can. You can be happy in a relationship and help people in your work. In your work, do it as a job. What else are you afraid of? You're afraid of the Ten of Swords, painful endings. Yeah, of course, everyone's afraid of that, getting into relationships and stuff. But here, Ten of Swords is painful. So you've already made progress or some kind of a connection with this person, and you're afraid of ending it. It feels like you need to end it to me. This person is more of a customer kind of person. You should be helping them out for money. This person, not trying to have a romantic relationship with them. So you're codependent, huh? You've got codependent tendencies, and it's because perhaps you haven't seen that it's a legit job to help people with this kind of stuff. It's like me. I found a way to do it in a way we're playing with cards as well. Help you guys out with all of this stuff. It's my preferred way rather than the one-on-ones now. And you can find a way too of helping people out as work, and it is legit work because it's valuable having someone help you with all of this stuff. What are your hopes? Ace of Swords. It's like the key, a truthful new beginning. You're hoping for the aha that lets you know, like, someone that's right for you, something that's right for you, an aha, so it all fits into place. It's like the jigsaw puzzle coming together. Seeing the bigger picture enough to see, that the jigsaw puzzle should be this, and I put my pieces in there. You're hoping to figure this out. It's all out. Oh, you might even be helping people with this kind of thing after you do figure it out as well. Pretty much like me. What else are you hoping for? Heartbreak. Again, it's like that Sun card coming out in your fears. You're hoping for heartbreak, Three of Swords. You're actually hoping for problems because you're like, yeah, you guys, you really need to separate your love life and personal relationships from what interests you in the healing sphere. Stop doing it in your personal relationships. Stop doing it in your friendships and in romantic relationships. Start doing it for work. And then change your mind about romantic relationships and friendships as well, because you'll be doing it in there for sure as well, and let them be your happy place, not heartbreaking. Don't gravitate so much toward the broken and the people that need your help. Stop doing it. It's a great thing if you want to do that in your work. Gravitate toward those people and then offer your business services to them. But when you get attracted to this kind of a broken, damaged person in your personal life, as friendships or romantic relationships, you need to recognize that this is a yearning in me to do this work. This is not good for me personally. You should be having happy personal relationships, right? That love and encourage you and build you up so that you can do this work. Because you can't really do this work while your personal life and your relationships have got the work inside of it. It's just exhausting. It's like having to do the work. Just so much. I've done it. I know. I've done it. I've been there. I've done that, and it's exhausting. And I can do the work that I do now because I don't have this stuff going on in my personal life anymore. I don't have this stuff going. I'm not trying to do this with my friends anymore. I'm not trying to help them, and I'm certainly not choosing anyone like that in my love life anymore. Anyway, let's get your outcome cards out. I'll be revealing these outcome cards. So where is this headed then? What's the outcome? I'm going to get a progression out here so it tells a bit of a forward story for you of the outcome. I will be revealing these cards in the deeper dive read. So if you're interested in finding what the outcome is out to this, if this sounds like it is your story or could be your story, you might want to get that. Well, let's get some outcome cards out first. 1. Okay. 2. 3. What's more like it? 4. Oh. You got a bit of a roller coaster coming up. Ah, that's better. You got like one good one, one bad one. Well, not bad, but you know, oh, well, I like that. Okay, you have 6 outcome cards here, quite a roller coaster, but this is what your outcome is. So if you're interested in finding out what those are and getting much more advice from all of the other decks as well and from me about this situation and your way forward, you might want to get that deeper dive. So if you want to join me in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. Type your email address in very carefully, because if you get it wrong, you won't receive the email. Now, the email might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, to the flower, and to the shell. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with, and in that PDF, amongst other things, you will see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it should do. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there, leave a comment, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell as well. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to the deeper dive, then I'll see you in there very shortly.